to the Bourbon Doctors. Today, we're mixing it up a little bit. Well, not so much with the content, but we've got Dr. Gearman, we've got Dr. Beers. We don't have no Chad Buss, but we're going to continue on just like normal. Today, we're going to talk about some Larceny. We've got the Barrel Proof from this year. We've got the A and the B. And we've got, I don't know, we thought maybe we'd blind it up with some Weller Full Proof. We're going to find out what wins.
It's kind of a weeded bourbon showdown, if you will.
If you will. All right, we're back. We got 3 blind pours in front of us. We don't know what we're drinking, other than it's this stuff in front of us, right? And so Taylor's kind of new to the channel. He's one of our wonderful coworkers at the hospital, and he knows a crap ton about really spirits of all kinds.
I wouldn't go that far, but I love bourbon, and that's what we're here to do, is try some of these. You know, these Larceny Barrel Proof series, they come out 3 a year. We have 2 of the 3 from this year. You can certainly find these on the shelves still as we're making this video, certainly the B batch. There can be limited quantities, hard to find sometimes, but this is in the category of if you want it, you can find it.
Yeah.
It's not some really red herring.
It's not like the Weller Full Proof that we had to go through some back channels to get.
And a lot of people think these Barrel Proof Larceny series are getting better and better with more recent batches. And maybe they stand up to the Weller Full Proof, which is some people's grail weeded bourbon. That is very hard to find, of course, the Weller Full Proof.
Yeah. And I do remember we've done a blind on some high proof weededs, and I actually think our favorite was the Maker's Mark 46 cast strength, which is still kind of one of my favorites. And maybe that's something we'll have to test out one of these days.
Agreed. So what are the proofs here? Are they going to be all kind of in the same range?
They are close. The Larcenys are both in the 120s, low 120s if I remember.
Yep, versus 114 on the Weller. So that's going to be really hard to discern these based on proof.
Maybe. We'll see. All right, should we try some whiskey? I mean, I hate to say it, I do love the way a weeded whiskey smells.
It's very approachable.
It's just got just a little bit of funk that I don't find on a non-weeded. And I do wonder if we should have had a little tune-up with something lower proof first. Woo! But it's good.
A lot of caramel on that one. Spice.
Yeah, I am hit very hard with some caramel notes in this one. Are you a caramel guy or a caramel guy?
Oh, I don't even know what I said. I'd probably say both. Caramel. The caramel's strong in this one.
Like that one, enjoy it. I am getting a lot of like ethanol on the nose, which I think is just points to the higher proof in general.
Yeah.
But overall, very enjoyable. I would agree with both of your comments.
Now, you're not a weeded guy though, traditionally, right?
Not necessarily, and I think maybe it's all the Pappy and the Weller hype that maybe deterred me and made me go down other channels. But I tend to find the spicier bourbons, the higher rye bourbons, more to my liking.
Sure.
And these weededs are replacing their rye component with wheat.
I was hoping that one of these would jump out at me.
Oh, see,
it's not.
And I mean, to me, there's a big difference between 1 and 2, A and B, whatever you want to call them.
What's that difference?
You know, that's the thing. There's a, but it's I don't know. Like there's this wheat funk that I can't really describe, but this one has more of that funk than that has of that funk, and I know that is really meaningless to anyone but me.
I think the other thing about these bourbons too is I'm getting a noticeable the viscosity to them. All of these non-chilled filters, so they not only does the proof last with you, but you get a thickness to the actual bourbon. And again, maybe that's not appreciable if you're first time doing non-chilled filtered versus something that's more standard off the shelf. But as you taste more and more of these things, there's definitely just I hate to use just a thickness.
Yeah,
Or
the mouthfeel definitely, there's a difference.
You know, Maker's Mark is another fantastic weeded that often has like some people think, myself included, it has a little bit of a waxy or chalkiness to it. I'm not getting that in any of these.
No.
There is no clear winner here for me, personally.
This is my favorite nose though. So far, number 3 is my
Favorite nose?
coming through with a little bit sweeter. It's a little bit more candy. These two were maybe a little bit more ethanol-y to me. This one, sweeter, lighter, more delicate. I actually get maybe a little bit of fruit on the nose with this one. Maybe a little like a
I can see that.
strawberry and cream type of.
On the palate though, I'm not sure that I like the third one as much as the other two.
I agree. I would say the nose is where it shines, but the palate is not.
So I mean, I'm gonna take a minute and then I'm gonna go back the other way, but I think at least first initials, I think 2's my standout so far.
I'm really liking 1. For some reason, 1 just it seems better.
It seems better. That's it. There you have it, folks. It just seems better. Which, honestly, that's all that matters. You know, we could talk about, and we mentioned this a bit, like if you get, you know, red fruit on the nose, or plum, or candy, or butterscotch, and you get the various, great. But what it comes down to is, which one do you like better? You know?
Price points on these Larcenys are pretty great. For what is it, a 6-year-ish?
Yeah, 6 to 8 year blend.
Excellent distillery. These are, of course, from Elijah Craig Distillery.
3 has just got a harshness.
Yeah. Yep, I agree with you. 3's got a little bit of harshness. Now, the Weller and the Larceny, full disclosure, we just opened them today. The A122 I've had open for a bit. Does it matter? It's not supposed to, but I think many of us will argue it does a little.
Well, I mean, it gives us an excuse to go back and try them again. In a couple months. And you don't have to twist my arm.
Part 2. Yeah. Yeah, 1 has, or 3, the last one has a harshness that I don't love. I thought there was going to be a comment, but no.
I'm gonna give one more try.
Taylor's got a clear 132.
Yeah, I liked one of the best.
You're just going straight. It's a wash.
You know, I'm gonna say I'm gonna put 3 just a little bit behind 1 and 2. 1 and 2 are really difficult for me to discern. But a revelation I just had, and I don't think I've ever said this out of all the Larcenys that I've ever drank. I've never said this, but there's almost a dark, almost an baker's chocolate maybe is what I want to say. There's a bitterness that I'm getting, and so I'm thinking back to the ones I drank before. I'm thinking now, and I'm trying to apply that logic to what I have here. And without making any bold statements, I am getting some bitter baker's chocolate on number 2, and that leads me to think it's a Larceny. Okay. That's just it's a fun guess I'm going to throw out there.
That's a Heaven Hill characteristic, right? Their weededs are a lot spicier and barrel influenced compared to a lot of more pillowy bourbon, weeded bourbons from.
Oh, I like that.
Trace.
Pillowy.
It's good.
It's nice. You know, and I guess that brings up the other question. Like, you know, are you a dark chocolate guy, or are you a milk chocolate guy? I prefer dark chocolate, so maybe that's why I like 2.
Yeah, I think that's why I'm gravitating towards it as well. Is I like that dark chocolate. But man, 1 now is kind of coming back.
1 and 2 are very close.
Anybody have any guesses on which one? The only guess I'll throw out there is that I think 1 is the B batch Larceny. Because I remember I had the B batch Larceny, thinking it was very caramel forward, very sweet, and sort of a little bit distinguished from previous Larcenys based on that. And I'm probably wrong.
No,
blind.
I don't know. I mean, you could be wrong about your
You
guess.
can convince yourself of these things, right?
Yeah, sure,
And then-
sure.
And then we could mix them all up, and then I wouldn't be able to pick which one
Right.
it was. But
Yeah.
But that being said, I think the B batch this year, in watching other reviews, B batch has been very favorable. Like the reviews on B batch have been very good.
So you guys have your rankings?
I think I'm going 2, 1, 3. You're going 1, 3, 2.
I'm going 2, 1, 3, and normally I'm
Put
going
them up there, so-
Yeah.
Pinch
All
work,
right,
so-
you're out on an island. You're out on an island.
So you guys did exactly the same thing.
Yeah,
No, you didn't. Well, they're
yeah.
Okay.
One.
All right. So what's
One. Oh, you went 1, 3, 2.
Yeah, yeah.
No, 1, 2.
Can't remember.
Or, 2, 1, 3. Yeah.
2, 1, 3.
All right. So if we flip them over, the first one we're drinking, which is number 3, that's the B. So you are correct. B522. God damn. You know what that means?
I know.
That means that we have picked the Weller Full Proof as our
That is so lame. Is your favorite?
as the one we like best, which is so lame.
Good thing you got deep pockets.
And of course, the last one then is the A122.
I'll sip on the $60 to $70.
Yeah,
Larceny,
yeah,
thank
yeah.
you very much.
Yeah, for sure.
So I thought the Weller was the worst.
And that's interesting. Well, that's good for you. That's great for you.
Well, this also goes to show that, you know, again, the notes that you pick up and then what you remember may not always
Yes.
go
Yeah.
hand in hand.
In a true blind, you don't know what you're gonna get. I will say that 2 and 3 were so close for me that now that I know that this was, I mean, I don't even know what MSRP on that is, but I'm sure it's over $100 or right around there.
Probably doesn't really matter what the MSRP is.
No, because you're not getting it anyway.
Yeah. I think your opportunity cost is
Oh,
significantly
high.
higher because
High.
you're not going to find that
High.
anywhere.
So I mean, given that I was very close to like, oh, is 3 better than, is the B better than the Weller? I would agree with you that like I'm just gonna drink the Larceny all the time. But that's, I mean, also what does that say about Heaven Hill and Larceny Barrel Proof in that like, or what does it say about Buffalo Trace and Weller? That, yeah, Larceny is just as good.
Means I gotta go find another batch of B522.
I think I know where you can get some. I think. We'll see. Well, that pretty much wraps up. What's your best high proof weeded bourbon? I don't know, but man, the Larceny B series is a bargain.
Agreed?
Yeah. Derek, Taylor, Albert, we're the Bourbon Doctors. Like, comment, subscribe. Remember to check out the shop, and we'll see you next time. Bourbon is for drinking. Cheers.
Cheers.